Hello again, this is Mike the Dodge guy. Today, pulled some heads off of Dodge Caravan 3.3 liter, blown head gaskets. And what I'm going to show you today is some stuff you can do to help the machine shop and cut down your cost at the machine shop. What we're looking for is cracks in the head, or heads. So I've got one I've already got cleaned up, and I'm going to show you the way I cheat and clean up the other one, and tell you a little bit more about what I'm going to do to clean it up and get them ready to go to the machine shop, so that way it doesn't cost me so much. Hopefully they can fix these heads inexpensively. I've had a hard time finding some that weren't cracked already. So I'm going to flip this camera around the other way and show you what I'm doing. I'm going to pause it here and flip it. Okay, we're back. This one here, this air hose out of the way. I've already cleaned up the head side, or the block side of the head. I already found some things. You can see right here, the water's gotten in there and just really eaten away. The machine shop that I use, he's real good at welding up this aluminum and making it sort of work all right, and don't have to worry about stuff like the seat for this valve coming loose. But you can see here, I mean, here's a crack here. There's another one going in between these two holes. This hole right here is where the head bolt goes. This goes into a coolant jacket. And here's another crack starting down here. I'm hoping he can stop that. But look at here. Look at this crack. From one coolant jacket to the other. And we come up here, here's another one that started heading towards this hole for the head bolt. There's another crack doing the same thing. I've taken heads to him before that were cracked. They were cast iron heads, and he's been able to weld up the cracks and resurface the head and put the heads on, and don't have any problems. One of the things I always use after I do a head gasket job, whenever I'm putting the coolant in, I'll put in a small bottle of K&D head sealer, and you'll see the link to that down in the comment section. And look at this other head. Can't see too many cracks here. See one here. Again, going from one of the head bolts to the coolant jacket. But don't see too many others just yet. Well, there's another one. So we're going to take, and I'll put it on video, how I cheated. And I'm using an air grinder with a Scotch-Brite disc on the end of it. I got this air grinder from Mac Tools, but you can get them from Central Pneumatic. You can find them on Amazon. Again, I'll put a link on the bottom of my video and see what we can get from there. So for right now, let me see if I can get this stand to work for me. Let's see here, maybe I can get more of the head in the picture this way. There we go. see, I'm not trying to get it 100% clean. I'm just trying to get it cleaned up a little so we can see the cracks any easier. Well, you can see, get this back over here where the sun's not blinding us. This crack here we knew about going from here to here, but before I cleaned it up, the old gasket material was covering up this part of the crack. And this one, we knew about this one, didn't know about this one here. And this one here, going from the head bolt hole to the coolant jacket, knew absolutely nothing about. And here's another one. Coolant jacket to the head bolt hole. Looking over the rest of it, there's some starting here. Looking at it real close, not seeing much of anything else. Oh, there's one there. And like I said, I mean, you don't have to get it perfectly spotless, but just enough, you know, so you can see where the holes are, where the cracks are, stuff like that. And the thing about it, when you take it to the machine shop and they find cracks, they should be able to give you an idea. Look at that, from there, from head bolt hole to coolant jacket. And there's a crack there, crack there. There's no cracks in between the valves, which they're real prone to do. And none of these are eaten away by water either. So I'm hoping, because I've looked at 3 or 4 sets of these heads already, used ones, and every one of them been cracked. Most of them cracked right in between the valves. You know, and wanting 150, 200 bucks for a set of used heads that are cracked, I'm like, no, I can take that money and have these fixed. So we're going to see what the machine shop says. So let's go on to some other stuff that'll help save you some money at the machine shop. Get this head rolled over so you can see what we're going to do here. Well, you saw how I cleaned the head, the block side of the surface. You can take the intake side, clean that up as well. Take it up to your local car wash, unless you have a power washer. You can power wash this thing and get it cleaned up, get all this nasty grease off of it. But one other thing you want to do, see these rocker arm assemblies? You want to pull these off. And when you do, you start with the center bolt, go to the next one, and then come back across the other one, and just back and forth all the way until you get them all off. If you start at one end and start working your way down, what you're going to end up with is snapping this bolt. And once it snaps in here, it's a booger to get out. The only other thing that might happen is you end up breaking that island that bolt goes into. And if that does, you got no choice but to buy another head. So give me just a minute and give me a tool and we'll see about taking a set of these off. Well, my phone fell. I stopped my other video. So hopefully my editing, I can put the 2 videos together. We're going to start here with one in the middle, like I said. Then back and forth. In doing so, make sure they all, see, this one here didn't come out all the way. Make sure they all came out, and you want to keep them separated. Driver's side head versus passenger head. What this leaves, if you can see it down in there, you see how nasty and gritty and dirty that is? The machine shop, before they do anything, they're going to dip this thing in the vat and clean this thing all up. Well, they're going to charge you for that. It's be an extra charge. Sorry, my phone's not cooperating with me today, apparently. So if you take it up to the car wash and spray it down, or if you have a pressure washer, just pressure wash it, they definitely save you some money. The cleaner you get it, the less chance they have to dip it. If they don't have to dip it, you don't get charged for it. So like I said, just take it to your local machine shop, especially if they have one that can do any TIG welding. Now these bolts right here, they're all 10 millimeter. They're not super tight, so you can take them off with a 3/8 drive ratchet and tighten them back up with 3/8 drive ratchet. One of the things that you'll notice the holes are a little different in some spots versus others. Like the third one right here is a little different. And see, this one here, the threads are all the way up there at the top, just under the chamfer. And if you look in this one, it's got a shoulder all the way down in there, because there's a hole down in there because oil comes up through there. And there should be one of the others that'll do something similar. Yeah, I could be wrong. Sitting here looking at the bottom here, I don't see any entrance holes here, but there should be holes for oil to get up in there. Best way to find out for sure is to look at the rocker arms. Let's walk over here to the van, or not the rocker arms, push rods. Let's walk over here to the van that these heads came off of. Look at the push rods, see if they have a hole going through them. Let's see here. Yep, there it is. There's a hole going all the way through it. So that tells me it gets its oil. Gets its oil for the most part through the push rods. One thing you want to do with these push rods, while you've got them out, take each one of them, put them on a flat surface, and roll them. And what you want to do is make sure that they roll straight. That you don't. I don't know if you can hear that, but you don't want to get them kind of bouncing up and down as they roll. If they do, that means they're bent and it's time to get some new ones. So bear with me. I know it's been a while since I did a video, but I've had a lot going on. I had a friend of mine that went through a nasty divorce. Well, helping her and got a lot of stuff going on up at work. Looking hopefully to get promoted. So we're getting. And I'm also hoping that my videos will get better as time goes on. I found some new programs I haven't had a chance to play with yet. Some editing programs, so maybe I can get these to do a little better. And the black Ram Charger, we've been driving it and found another issue with the brakes. I gotta I'll be doing a video on that. It'll probably be next weekend whenever I work on it. And I might even do a video on doing U-joints. Got a friend I'm helping out. There's her vehicle there. And she's got some issues with it. So I think we've got some U-joints going out and got an I-beam bracket that brackets come loose from the frame. I've never seen that before. So stay tuned for the next one. If you like what you see and willing to give me the chance, like and subscribe to my channel and keep an eye out and watch as it gets better. So until next time, keep turning wrenches, keep saving money. If you have any questions, put them down there in the comments. I'll go back through and check them out and answer them as best as I can. This is Mike the Dodge Guy. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.